Hello everyone, Volshock, another Omega series, just research, just watching some of the scrims, players, everything else to familiarize myself with the gameplay before the tourney begins. So 5v5, this is the Rock Jungle. You actually probably saw it on Nation Wars if you watched that, but they had it inverted, so the mid was like raised and there wasn't all the water. But in the default version of it that you see in 8v8s, there's the river in the middle, so you traditionally see a lot of boost. I think in 5s it's kind of different, but we'll see what happens in this game. We already see a pretty different kind of spawn position. So they've got the two spawns here for blue team, and then red is going to mix it up in terms of, I feel like winsness. You're going to see more arm, more core. So Napoleon blown apart is core bots. Turbo is arm bots. Okay. And there's going to be what? Osama is core C. Raigeki core bots, and gold leader core bots. Wow. So 4 core, 1 arm. And on this side, oh, and the air lab. So this lane's going to be a 2v1. It's interesting to see the teams that decide to open air lab and the ones that don't, but he's going to open bomber, and it's a high wind map, so maybe he can get some windmills done. So core air, core bots. MasterBel is just straight up spamming out energy for the team. He doesn't have his sliders down though, which is kind of crazy to me. These guys have their sliders and these guys don't. You can just see right here. But he's core, Poly is of course core C, and he's going to open sub, so someone's going to need to open destroyer sub himself. Killa is core bots. So kind of interesting how this one's going to play out, because this top lane is going to be a 1v2, so I feel like Raigeki and gold leader can do that. Could probably like co-op T2 up here where it's safe. Isn't there a G? Oh, there's not. But so you could like co-op T2 somewhere up there and then probably just push that lane 1v2. And bomber's in. There's some good targets. That is an awesome target. Let's see if he can kill it. Oh, he should have gone a little bit farther. All right, he gets the solar and a windmill. Not amazing, but not bad. Nettle's already down, and ooh, not the best bomb placement. He gets nothing. And bomber goes, oh my God, Neo. Okay, so this is actually amazing. Calm walked, so he should be able to snipe all that title. We won't have time to get a herring out right away, so team's gonna have to boost Osama. And then Banana's just gonna push out with grunts. I assume we're gonna see 1,000 grunts in the beginning stage of this. And Bella's gonna calm walk, take all these so that he's slightly ahead, but blue is, even after getting eco bombed, blue is still slightly ahead in everything. Metal production. The real cry. Where's the destroyer? Frigate. Uh-oh. Oh, he probably doesn't have sonar. He might not even see this. He doesn't see this. It is on fire at will, and it's got 2 kills, so he has to know it's there. Is it gonna be a torpedo launcher? What are we doing here? Making a herring, okay. Raigeki scouting out Killa, but not finding any openings. Killa doing actually a pretty good job 1v2 here. And IrishStud scouted that there's no air, but he's making fighters, which is kind of interesting. I feel like sometimes when you play air, you get locked in here. Gave a con to MasterBel, who is radaring on the other side. Where's the anti-sub? What is happening? Okay. I actually kind of like this. I mean, this is in vision, right? There's the mechs right there. So it's seen, but that's cool that, you know, you kind of get all that vision and everything else. It's an interesting kind of idea from MasterBel. So gold leader and Raigeki know they're 1v2. They're going to have to make that choice soon. They ping that, and we see Centurions from Turbo. So I think they need to push. We see a lot of times they'll push up and try to hold this hill. One thing that sucks is if you're not aggressive early and they take this side of the hill, it's really difficult to like push up and break it. Sometimes you just want to pork here and then go that way instead. Is Poly really just gonna, man, no one gave purple any E production, so he's just on 80 E, and this destroyer is not gonna finish. They're eating the sub, but I'm pretty sure the sub still kills this, and his comm isn't walking back. Little skirmish. Okay, these are super cute. I love these little radars. Polygon is just gonna, I guess, kill Osama with one submarine. 8 kills, 1 sub. Kind of amazing. And we see a little bit of raiding, but Shuri's to kind of help clean it up, which is nice. So some of these pawns do leak through, but the Shuris with nothing else are going to be able to get quite a bit done. And Poly has control. So the real question is, whenever you see that C transition, at least in 8s, you know, it's kind of more common. You'll see either they eat the lab. You generally always eat the lab, right? And then it's like, do you go T2C and up your C-Mexes? Do you go C-planes? Do you go Salas? Sometimes you see hovers, but a lot less frequently now. And Killa's getting raided here. I think this LLT is gonna hold it off. MasterBel dropping radars everywhere. Honestly amazing. Look at this vision and this radar coverage. She knows so much of what's going on. I love it. And wow, I got all the way in there and killed quite a bit of stuff. And they're backfilling mexes now. Something that I've noticed with like the lower OS teams, you know, like the 30 to 40 teams versus like the 50 to 60 teams, is they just don't take mexes as quickly. Another radar there. So Poly won the water. What is he? I guess he's gonna go destroyer. There's not really that much to pressure here, so that'll be interesting. And Turbo didn't take hill, so kind of scary. I wonder if Banana, I feel like Banana can pork this and just go thug, and it's gonna be so hard for him to break. MasterBel dropped this, and Raigeki is gonna go T2 here, which makes sense. But Killa's holding 1v2. This gold leader, I feel like gold leader should have more units, but maybe not. So gold leader should be able to just keep Killa occupied, and then Raigeki can tech kind of in peace. That's a lot of grunts though, pretty scary. Turbo coming up for the reclaim. No, he's just gonna, he's just coming up to be in vision and chill. He's like, I'm here, fight me. All right, and Banana sneaks in some grunts on this side, but is he gonna get that much done? So I mean, the destroyers definitely can kill some of the stuff on the edge, right? But I don't think they're gonna be able to get that much done. It's kind of curious to me that he decided he didn't want to scale E or do anything else. And Turbo's gonna start pushing with sense. There is the twin guard, but this might come down to just good D-gun micro. Shuris are out. You know, for the air start, I don't really know how much benefit it's got. I almost feel like after he did the initial bombing, it might have been better to just go bot lab and then scale off that. But I guess we'll have to see how other teams do it later on to see how it works out. Osama's gonna actually go air lab here. And MasterBel's T2ing. Ooh, Centurion, are we gonna get some sweet D guns? You got him. We get one. He actually needs to be a little careful. Multiple sense will shred a commander if you're not careful. But yeah, here's the problem, right? The high ground thug is just gonna be so good versus the sense. They're even decent versus rocket bots too. Shuri's coming over. He's gonna stun Maxes just to be an absolute menace. Yes. Yes, he is. That's right. The classic. All right, so Raigeki's T2 is done, and he has got Shelly's coming out. So Killa knows he's on borrowed time now. He's probably telling the team, or he should be telling the team, like, hey, we got issues. Poly maybe can punish. The problem is, like, as long as Raigeki, you know, keeps stuff back, I don't think destroyers can hit that lab. I think it's too far in, and the Shellys outrange him. Does this work? There's no, oh, Poly. Oh my God, I didn't even see Poly walk in. Let's go, Poly. Poly's just gonna comm trade here. I'm not 100% convinced in this choice, but Osama making the call to just hug him. They trade out here, metals on the side of the map. This lab being secret though from MasterBel is definitely some giga brain. Just spam grunts from the backline and kill everything. The one downside is they get all that metal and they got stuff protecting it. So yeah, wait, what's the destroyer? Yeah, so basically for future games when we're watching, that's kind of the line right there. You need to be above the line between those two nexus to be safe from destroyer range. Does he have He doesn't have E-Store, so he actually can't cloak Calm Walk at these. And he needs to be careful, like, I mean, well, he can just move his Calm up a little bit, but if his Calm gets like dove by grunts and pops, it would be really ugly. So rockets are gonna come, but this rocket range, I mean, that thug range is basically rocket range, so I think they're more or less completely fine. Oh, bomb. Oh, can he pop his commander? Actually, Air might make a play now. Let's see. Does Raigeki see it? Raigeki sees it come. Oh, no, he doesn't see it coming. Oh, you gotta move. Ooh. Massive play from IrishStud. That is huge. I mean, that basically just completely screwed Raigeki. Raigeki had awesome E production too, but that's tough. All right, now they see it with the scout out. They're like, wait a minute, there's oh, Raigeki bailed after that one. Killa still is holding here. He was holding 1v2, and now his Calm can come up and just take that. So Poly's Destroyer's kind of putting in work. He stopped producing. Oh, we're seeing more people leave from blue team. And we see Shelly's out from the T2 lab that MasterBel had, so now they can kind of chip away. What else do we have? Napoleon's going to clean up all those. I mean, the fact that MasterBel, that there's no radar back here and MasterBel was able to build that, kind of hilarious. So yeah, Resign votes out. I'm sure they're probably going to call it momentarily. Interesting kind of scrim to see. So we are seeing quite a few teams do an actual air open, but in this game it didn't feel like it was that strong. Like, part of it was, I think he scouted, but he didn't have great bomb placement. Like, he could have gotten, I think, 3 wins in a solar, and then over here he like bombed the lab, but there were like 4 wins that definitely would have been possible. And then Poly decided not to transition. He just stayed T2. He didn't have all these mexes right away though, or sorry, stayed T1 instead of going T2 or seaplanes or anything else. And seems really core favored, despite the fact that it's incredible wind. Granted, it's also really nice type. Still, anyway, that was a game on the Rock Jungle. Just a short little research into for Omega Series 3.